Well, welcome. If you have public speaking anxiety, if you have fear of public speaking, you can learn to be confident speaking in groups and meetings, virtual or live. You can learn to be calm and comfortable in your skin and make connection and be confident. Just being who you are, sharing what you know in meetings and presentations. I know that this is true because I have coached thousands of very nervous business professionals to overcome their fear of public speaking and become confident speaking in groups. I'm Sandra Zimmer, and I'm the creator of the Sandra Zimmer method. It's my approach to helping people overcome the fear of public speaking. It's a very soft, gentle, nurturing approach to help people release the tension of being the center of attention and become comfortable being who they are, speaking in front of groups. I am also the author of a book, It's Your Time to Shine, which is about my method. And today I want to do a couple of things. I'm going to give you the last step in my Sandra Zimmer method. I'm going to teach you something about thinking on your feet, and specifically a technique that I call streaming your speech. And then I want to tell you about a course that I am about to offer early December called Speak Confidently in Virtual Meetings. So let's go right to thinking on your feet. Thinking on your feet is a special speaking skill. It's not like a prepared presentation. It's not where you've decided what you're going to say and practiced and maybe made slides. Thinking on your feet is more like an improvised talk where you are basically speaking from presence rather than from performance. And if you're a professional, no matter what you do, you have to think on your feet pretty much every day. In meetings, in presentations, like in Q&As, somebody stops you in the hall, or you meet with your boss, you are streaming your speech. And so I teach a technique that I call streaming speech, which is about learning to speak in this moment and following the flow of your thoughts. It's like learning to speak from a blank mind. People often tell me that when they have to speak impromptu, they freeze and go blank. And they're thinking that blank is the wrong place, a bad place to be. But I have this idea that speaking from a blank mind might be the best place to speak from, because when you have a blank mind, it gives you the opportunity to take a deep dive into yourself, into what you know, into your experience. And so you can speak from your deeper wisdom. It's fairly easy to learn to stream your speech, but you have to practice. And so I want to give you a couple of exercises today that will help you practice streaming your speech. To stream your speech, what you do is you allow yourself to turn inward and pick up the first thought that comes to you, whatever that is, and you trust yourself. You trust your thought, you open your mouth and you say what that thing is, and you just follow the flow of that. And you'll notice that as you get to the end of that thought, another thought will come up to your consciousness. And so you keep saying that. And so you follow the flow, thought to thought to thought, until you are finished. Really learning to trust yourself, to trust your wisdom, trust your experience. The first exercise I want to give you is an object exercise. So what you do is you pick up an object from your environment. It could be anything. You pick up an object and you say anything and everything that you know about that object, what you think, what you feel about it, what it reminds you of, what it connects with. You just follow the flow of your thoughts. So this is a crystal glass that was a part of my mother's wedding, whatever it is, registry. And well, we've lost all of these except these 3. There are only 3 of these left. And I use it to drink water out of. I use it because I loved her, and because a friend of mine who's a very talented yogi shared with me that water that is drunk out of a crystal glass has more intensity, it's more energized. And so I keep this crystal glass around and I drink water out of it all the time. It's chipped in several places, which means I have to be careful where I drink from so that I don't cut myself. So that's a little bit of streaming speech. It comes out rough, but the more that you practice this, the easier it gets, and the more that you trust yourself to open your mouth and say what you have to say. The second exercise is actually a topic exercise, where you make a list of topics, the stuff that you would talk about all the time. If you're a subject matter expert, a leader, you have things that you say all the time. So if you make a list of those topics and then just pick one and stream your speech, I promise you, if you will practice these exercises in a very short time, you will just feel comfortable and confident to open your mouth and say what you know. In meetings, you'll be surprised at how it gives you a sense of confidence and you won't feel like you have to hold back anymore. I am going to be offering a class, a 6-week course called Speak Confidently in Virtual Meetings, coming up in just about a week. I'm going to guide a small group of people through my Sandra Zimmer method to learn to get comfortable and confident and connected and calm when they are speaking in virtual meetings. You will learn you'll learn to be calm, you'll learn to be comfortable, you'll learn to make real connection with people while you're speaking so that you will feel confident speaking in meetings, whether they are virtual meetings or presentations or something like this on Facebook Live. But what you will do as a result of all of this feeling is you will be able to have more of an impact when you are speaking in meetings. You'll be able to influence how things turn out, whatever situations are at hand. You'll allow yourself to be more visible and vocal, and you'll be able to position yourself for higher roles, more responsibilities, so promotions. If you feel like might be the right kind of experience for you, I would love to talk with you. I'm going to post a link in the Facebook page here, but feel free to also call me and talk with me about it to see if you feel like it's right for you. I've been facilitating this program for a long time, a little over 30 years, and now finally I'm going to do this in a virtual setting. I have enjoyed doing these Facebook Lives. I am already planning a next one and will hopefully do that next week. Thank you so much for paying attention, for being present with me. I'll see you in the next one.